1 Manchester United nil. Tottenham are the 2025 Europa League champions. Ah, I don't know what to say, but why will the club beat you 4 times? 4 times this season. Doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me. I feel
I'm
you guys
also
are scared.
yawning as
You guys
I'm
are scared
yawning
of
as if
them.
to say
Many United fans
I'm yawning as if to
scared,
say
were scared of this final. Many United fans I spoke with were scared of this final because
I
of
was
what
I
Tottenham
was
did.
I was not scared of the finals, to be honest. And when I saw the lineup, for me, I thought it was a decent lineup. Then I expected, to be honest, I expected substitutions to have come earlier than they came. Because second half it was clear that Spurs didn't intend to attack again. So what you should have done was fortify the midfield, make the midfield more fluid so that balls can go in. Bring in Zexi earlier, bring in maybe an Ericsson or somebody that just bring an extra leg in the middle of the park. It was clear that Spurs were just, they were saying, okay, you guys play the ball on the wings, but don't bring the balls into the box. And that was what happened. Ahmad plays, he sends the other side, Dogu plays, you know, always leaving it late before they start bringing balls into the box. Why? Why do you have to leave it late before you start bringing balls into the box? You have to bring balls into the box. That's the danger zone. The few times you brought balls into the box, you saw obviously that Tottenham was easy to breach. Obviously, because these are two horrible teams. These are teams that ordinarily should be fighting relegation in the English Premier League season. As far as the whole 2024-2025 season is concerned. So for me, uh, the better team, the better of the worst teams won. To be honest, that's Spurs. Because on the night they were the one who, from the first blast of the whistle, they were plunging into tackles. They wanted it more. They did. They came to play a final. They came to win. They came to win a final. While United came to play a final. You know that's what I saw. Manu was sort of like being too ceremonial on the ball and all that. You're just like, this is a final. It's a one game thing. Go in, smash it. To be honest, like, but it's what it is, to be honest. It sums up the season for Manchester United. And I think after 12, 13 odd years, finally we are where I have always wanted us to be. I've always been particular that I hope for a season where we are not in Europe. I've always said that we're not anywhere around Europe because it's, for me, I see it as that season is going to be the beginning of the bet of a proper squad, a proper footballing structure beginning to do what they should do as a football organization. Now I'm talking about the guys administratively, up there. And then for the football club, yes, Amorim is stubborn and all that, but if you no excuses for Amorim for me, like the forms,
What
sorry, the
excuse do
form
you want to give him?
in the league, and
What
then
excuse do you want to give him? This
what
guy has
have
been here
you.
for like 6 months. He has been here
No
for like six
excuses.
months. When last did
That's what I'm
when
saying.
Manchester United
No,
score
no,
a goal?
no excuses. No, no,
I don't
no
remember the last time
excuses.
Manchester
Win,
United
win,
scored a
win
goal.
in the Premier League. Win games. Just go in and win games. So, because I maintain something. Yes, you're showing us your system and all that, but I can still tell you that this team is not entirely a bad side because we have seen them score goals, create chances in this your system. So, for you to, in the last 6 months, be unable to have a team that is resilient enough to be compact, not to concede. Once they can't score, they shouldn't concede. And once they score, they should be able to keep what they have. We've seen in Manchester United multiple times go 2 goals up, and before you know it, they are trailing by a goal or 2 goals, losing and eventually losing the game or managing to scrap out a point off the game and whatever. So for me, it sums up our season. I I don't know all the whole moves in the market. For me, I maintain something. I'm more interested about the outs. I care less who's coming in. I'm interested about the guys who are to leave Manchester United, and I've maintained it. I don't care if the youth side under 18s, under 21 is unable to provide us players, and then there is no use. There's no point having an academy. In the last how many years? Over 25 years. You can't count proper footballers, 5 or 10 of them who have come and cemented their position and, become proper, stars to lead the football club I'm talking from the academy into, the the first team, you may just have a handful like the Lingards and Rashfords and maybe Pogba, who was gone and then come back, who for me again is was just one other player. You know, all these other guys would always come, have a cameo, and before you know it, they are off. You know, and for me, to be honest, it's a time that the football club looks to it looks inward to solve their problem. We can't solve our problems from the outside, to be honest. We have to solve our issues inside. Amorim, for me, you have to begin to win. There's no excuses. You've lost 18 games of the Premier League. Like, crap. Miss me. Like, I was looking at the stats today. It was horrifying, to be honest. Like, no, you've lost 18 games all through in the last 6 months or since you've come, and in the Premier League alone, losing way over 12 or thereabouts, that's dangerous. That's dangerous for a side. So I'm just optimistic for next season. I know he's not going to get sacked. And to be honest, I know as much as it is that he is crap so far, he has been crap. That's the fact. Ruben Amorim has been crap so far. I still don't believe he should be sacked because we have seen top managers coming, we've seen mid-level managers coming, we've seen not so good managers coming and struggled. So I think for once, what we have always cried for the last 13, 12, 13 odd years, I think it's time it should be done. Stick with the manager, have a proper footballing ideology or philosophy. If you're saying you're going with the 3-5-2, whatever, fine. Because for me, I still see the 3-5-2 as a 4-4-2. Then go in and get the player profiles. And if you're saying that this is what you intend to play from top to bottom, I'm talking from the senior team and trickle it down to the academy and whatever, the youth system. If that's what you're looking to do, no problem. Well, let's know that you are a side who is offensively and defensively stable, who is comfortable to play, a two-way in a particular system, and then begin to scout these guys, teenagers, whatever, bring them in, promote them if they're old enough, if they're good enough, they're old enough, if they're able to put pen to paper and sign contracts, they should be able to, get on the pitch. Like I've always said, I would rather I'm losing with 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds and 17-year-old that I'm having the likes of their Luke Shaw and Bruno and the likes of Maguire and Lindelof and Kase and all these guys supposedly with experiences being on the grass and nothing is really happening. Being in the first team makeup and nothing is really happening. Like we're not seeing differences game in and out. So I'll rather stick with these young guys and then build them and develop them. I'm saying something with youths, we wouldn't have finished this terribly. We would have been somewhere 10th position, 8th, 7th position, and it would have been decent. And so for me, I'm looking forward to next season where we can look within the youth system, bring out players who can fit in certain roles in the system and just get in a couple, three, maximum three from the outside. Then let off a lot of people and let's grow. We're not a big club again. It's so sad to say, but that's the fact. And that's one thing that fans have to begin, Manchester United fans have to begin to understand. We're not a big side again. Yes, we were able, because of past history, to get a lot of endorsements, we're able to generate revenue away from football and all that. But look, we're not a big side as long as football is concerned. Being a franchise, being a business, no problem. We are a big side. As long as football is concerned, we're not a big side. And we've not been a big side for a very long number of years. We've just been competing. We've not been a stable side, we've just been competing. And so, if we really want to transit from that into being a side that competes, look at Barcelona, look at what they do, look at Ajax, year in and out, like different managers, but a definite system that works out for them. Look at Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund. Look at sorry, I'm not saying Bayer Leverkusen. I'm sorry. Look at Dortmund. You get me? Look at the likes of Bilbao and all these guys, Real Sociedad. You have an identity, it works out for you year in and out, regardless of the manager who comes. You just get a manager that fits the philosophy of the football club. As a football club, the size of Manchester United. And Louis Van Gaal said this thing when he was the coach of Manchester United. Do away with all the Fergie whatever. Get a proper structure. Fergie is come and gone. Sadly, he didn't transfer or have like a successor that he sort of like groomed for the role and taught him or passed certain knowledge down to him. So
Yeah.
there is a gap, a knowledge gap there. So sadly, what should have been done 12, 13 odd years, we are here right now. And to be honest, as much as it hurts, again, for me, I think it's something that we as fans should be grateful for because for me, from where I'm standing and how I get to view things, I think it's the only way that we can sort of like begin to now like try to walk ourselves back into something proper.
So,
I wouldn't
uh,
mind.
Tottenham are champions already. They presented the trophy to them. So,
Yeah,
what did you say finally before we go?
congrats to Tottenham Hotspur.
That's what they have to say finally before we go. What the Manchester United need to do going forward? Because we know that they will not sack Amorim. So, what are your final
Yeah,
thoughts?
what they need to do, like I said, are they sticking to Ruben? Fine. Are they saying that as a football club, we are going to stick to 3-5-2, or we are going to eventually, if it doesn't work, we'll bring another manager that wants to play 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or whatever. Have an identity as a football club and let it trickle down from top to bottom. I mean, from the senior side to the youth system. Do away with all of these excesses. Luke Shaw should leave. Messi Mount should leave. They are not fit. Physically, they are not fit. They may be good players, whatever, but they're not fit. Luke Shaw in 9 odd years have barely played up to 50% of the football matches in Premier League. Messi Mount has spent 2 seasons and has barely played, up to 25% of the football games. And he's on I think it's a 4 year contract. He's already midway into his contract. We've got nothing out of him. We've lost money. So I think it's time to counter our losses and then just do away with these lies. Kase can go. He's a good player, whatever, but he needs to go. Kase can go. Ericsson leave. What's it called? Luke Shaw leave. Messi Mount leave. Johnny Evans leaves. What's it called? Onana leaves the football club. Victor Lindelof leaves the football club. These guys should leave. And for me, whether Hoyland can leave the football club, to be honest, I can make do with Zexi, but Hoyland can leave the football club. We just need to do away with these guys, get guys from the academy, mix them with 2, 3 players from outside, and then just grill these guys and play football. Forget the beauty, play football as a lower side that is looking to go up. And I think that's the only way we can be able to make something out of it going forward. So
All right.
it's such a shame, to be honest. Like, I don't want to say that Ruben Amorim is not good enough, but I just think that he's not yet, he's not, yes, he did well in Sporting, but I don't think he's matured enough for the big stage. And there's a lot of learning that is going to go on for him. And it's good he had this kind of first season, to be honest. And I can just hope that, coming next season, it will be a bit different from him. We're not saying we're going to win the Prem, but we just want to see our side competing again, just competing again, and then we can look to build up from there. So, happy for it. Go, just whatever. The last game of the season against Aston Villa at Old Trafford. I'm not hopeful, to be honest, because these guys are still going to shit themselves. I'm not expecting anything from these players, Diogo Dalot, all of them. They're all just basically just vibe for the glam. All our franchise players just getting in private endorsements and whatever. Just they're all brands. They're not players. They're not football players. So
All
just do
right,
away with these
Dan.
guys and get hungry young. That's it.
Okay, Dan. Thank you very
Congrats to
much.
Tottenham Hotspur, well deserving champions of Europe. First European, what was called English, not London side to win.
So,
I'm happy.
well, United
It's not
fans
as
are not
uh,
happy. They can go. Bye bye.
no,
They can.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy for
All right,
them.
Dan. Thank you very much for joining
Yeah,
me. We'll see you
yeah.
next.
Ahmed, good night.
See you after the last game of the season.